day and welcome to the Thursday, March 4th edition of the Islandstats Sports Brief. I'm Earl Baisden. One Western Athletic Conference Swimmer of the Week award, a UNC record in the 100 backstroke, 3 gold medals, and now add the WEC Swimmer of the Year accolade to the season of Madeline Moore. During the Islandstats Sports Show last night, Minister of Sports Dr. Ernest Peets addressed the issue of the current COVID cases and how it is affecting the return to sports policy.
To be quite honest, the numbers out there are dominating the conversation. So we're constantly doing our surveillance as relates to testing, but also surveillance as relates to the prevalence of COVID, particularly as it relates to potential outbreaks. So the COVID situation is a situation that we're trying to manage the best way we can. We can only do that with public support. And having said that, we all have to play our part. So that's the major hurdle as it relates to the stages to return to play. Each of the stages, as we've indicated in our document, one of the conditions in each stage is, it depends on what's happening nationally regarding COVID. So we were trending in the right direction for a number of weeks. And then, of course, we get a bit of a spike. But we have some bright people and some really, really passionate people, not only trying to keep us safe, but also trying to figure out a way how we can get sports up and running.
Despite scoring first, the Key-Wells and his Bristol City teammates conceded late goals in both halves as they were beaten 2-1 at home by AFC Bournemouth. Yanis Roberts would record an assist, helping the IMG Under-15 Premier Boys team defeat Western 2-0. Islandstats.com is highlighting para-athletes in the Caribbean and the struggles they face, just like the Bermuda para-athletes do. He spoke with Aruba's lone para-athlete, Elliot Lundqvist, about the situation in his country.
I think the biggest, that's the major one, the ability to fight against someone. Because, for example, in Taekwondo, we have, in the regular Taekwondo and para-Taekwondo, there's different sets of rules. For example, in regular, you can kick in the head, and in para, you can't because you might cause a seizure or something, and nobody wants that kind of stuff to happen. But because of that, like, for example, I can try and practice with people that fight regular, but they can exploit the openings that I don't think about, and they'll automatically go and kick me in the head. And because we don't have that as a point system in our point system, you're not used to it. So you could get hurt by accident. You could be in training and then suddenly now you're on the floor because you got kicked in the head, even though you weren't supposed to. And because of that, it really makes you realize the importance of having somebody that's from the same category or has a similar disability to work with you. And then also you can adapt with them versus people that are regular. It's been so ingrained how they're training that they're used to it, that when you're asking them to stop doing something, it's kind of like being like, don't do what you've been told to do instinctually your entire career.
Right.
Don't do that.
Yes.
It becomes difficult for them too, and it becomes frustrating, not just for yourself, but for them as well.
After making his debut 2 days ago, Adam Hall would once again see action for the Baltimore Orioles yesterday, this time in an 8-1 victory over the Atlanta Braves at Ed Smith Stadium. Hall replaced second baseman Jamani Jones for the second day in a row. He did not get a chance to bat, however, he did contribute in the game, taking part in the second of 2 double plays the Orioles completed on the day. Islandstats.com can report that according to the American Junior Golf Association website, the Bermuda Championships that was due to take place in January of this year have new dates on the calendar. According to the official website for the United States Junior Golf, the Port Royal Golf Course will host the event December 8th through 11th this year. Marcelo Wainwright and his Toronto Arrow Rugby Football Club teammates have begun their preseason training ahead of playing their 2021 Major League Rugby season in Atlanta. Aaron Smith saw action again competing in the HITS Winter Circuit Masters 5 event in Florida. During the 1 meter adult amateur jumper medium, 18 to 45-year-old class, Smith and Confetti finished second. Smith and Just Because finished seventh, competing in the 0.90 meter adult amateur jumper low, 18 to 45-year-old class. Tie hurdles, Queen's University of Charlotte men's volleyball teammates swept crosstown rivals Belmont Abbey College 3-0 inside the Wheeler Center to run its current winning streak to 3 matches. And that's a look at this Thursday, March 4th edition of the Islandstats Sports Brief. I'm Earl Baisden.